Thousands are about to get rich off SpaceX. Could you? My name is Emi, and I spend way too much time thinking about investing, wealth building, and financial psychology. And recently, I've noticed something interesting. A lot of people are talking about SpaceX, not because of rockets, not because of Mars, but because thousands of investors could become incredibly wealthy if the company eventually goes public. And every time a story like this appears, millions of people have exactly the same reaction. I wish I had invested earlier. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are asking the wrong question. The question isn't, could I have invested in SpaceX? The real question is, if an opportunity like SpaceX appeared tomorrow, would I actually be ready for it? Because wealth isn't built by predicting the future. It's built by preparing for opportunities before they arrive. Let's talk about it. SpaceX is one of the most valuable private companies in the world. Over the last decade, its valuation has increased dramatically. Early investors have seen returns that most people only dream about. And when people hear numbers like that, something strange happens. Their brains immediately start doing the math. If I had invested $10,000 back then, if I had bought shares years ago, if only I had known. But this is a classic example of hindsight bias. Looking backward always makes opportunities seem obvious. The reality is very different. 10 years ago, SpaceX was still considered an extremely risky company. Many experts doubted it. Many investors avoided it. And nobody knew with certainty what would happen. Today, after the success, everyone sees the winner. Nobody remembers the uncertainty. That's how financial psychology works. We remember the victories, we forget the risks, and that's why so many people spend their lives chasing the next big thing, the next Tesla, the next Bitcoin, the next Nvidia, the next SpaceX, because finding one life-changing investment feels more exciting than building wealth slowly. But excitement and wealth are not the same thing. Let's do some simple math. Imagine someone invested $10,000 in an extraordinary opportunity and turned it into $50,000. That's amazing. A 5 times return. Most people would love that. Now imagine another person invests $500 every month into a diversified index fund. Nothing exciting, nothing that makes headlines, just consistent investing. If that portfolio grows at an average annual return of around 8%, after 25 years, they could have roughly $450,000. No rockets, no insider access, no private shares, no lottery ticket investments, just consistency. And that's the part most people don't want to hear. Because our brains are naturally attracted to rare opportunities. We love stories. We love massive wins. We love the idea that one investment could change everything. But most wealthy people don't build their fortunes that way. They use a different strategy. First, they build a strong financial foundation. Then, if opportunities appear, they have the cash, knowledge, and confidence to take advantage of them. Think about it this way. Imagine SpaceX announced an IPO tomorrow. Would you actually be ready? Would you have money available to invest? Would you understand the risks? Would you have a plan? Or would you simply watch from the sidelines while wishing you had prepared sooner? Because that's the hidden lesson behind every success story. The people who benefit aren't always the smartest. They're often the most prepared. And preparation is boring. Preparation means spending less than you earn, building an emergency fund, investing consistently, increasing your income, avoiding unnecessary debt, learning how markets work. None of these things are exciting. None of them go viral, but they create something incredibly valuable. Optionality, the ability to act when opportunities appear. And that's what many people misunderstand about investing. The goal isn't to predict the next SpaceX. The goal is to become the type of person who can take advantage of opportunities when they arrive. Because opportunities are unpredictable. Preparation is not. The irony is that people who become wealthy through big opportunities usually spent years doing small, boring things first. They built capital, they developed discipline, they learned patience. Then, when a rare opportunity appeared, they were ready. Most people focus on the opportunity. We should focus on the preparation, because one day, the next SpaceX will exist. The next revolutionary company will appear. The next life-changing investment will come along. The only question is whether you'll be ready when it does. And that is far more important than wishing you had invested in the last one. If SpaceX went public tomorrow, would you invest? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, because we talk about the psychology of money, investing, and wealth building every week. Thanks for watching.